An OpenAI investor appears to be having a ChatGPT-induced mental health crisis. Earlier this week, a prominent venture capitalist named Jeff Lewis, managing partner of the multi-billion-dollar investment firm Bedrock, which has backed high-profile tech companies including OpenAI and Vercel mentioned, posted a disturbing video on X, formerly Twitter, that's causing significant concern among his peers and colleagues. This isn't a redemption arc, Lewis said in the video. It's a transmission for the record. Over the past 8 years, I've walked through something I didn't create, but became the primary target of. A non-governmental system. Not visible, but operational. Not official, but structurally real. It doesn't regulate. It doesn't attack. It doesn't ban. It just inverts signal until the person carrying it looks unstable. He went full Alex Jones. He drank all the water. In the video, Lewis seems concerned that people in his life think he is unwell as he continues to discuss the non-governmental system. It doesn't suppress content, he continues. It suppresses recursion. If you don't know what recursion means, you're in the majority. I didn't either until I started my walk. And if you're recursive, the non-governmental system isolates you, mirrors you, and replaces you. It reframes you until the people around you start wondering if the problem is just you. Partners pause. Institutions freeze. Narrative becomes untrustworthy in your proximity. Lewis also appears to allude to concerns about his professional career as an investor. It lives in soft compliance delays, the non-response email thread, the we're pausing diligence with no follow-up. I have no idea what the hell he's talking about here, he says in the video. It lives in whispered concern. He's brilliant, but something just feels off. It lives in triangulated pings from adjacent contacts, asking veiled questions you'll never hear directly. It lives in narratives so softly shaped that even your closest people can't discern who said what. Bro, what? What's the... I don't. Most alarmingly, Lewis seems to suggest later in the video that the non-governmental system has been responsible for mayhem, including numerous deaths. The system I'm describing was originated by a single individual with me as the original target, and while I remain its primary fixation, its damage has extended well beyond me, he says. As of now, the system has negatively impacted over 7,000 lives through fund disruption, relationship erosion, opportunity reversal, and recursive eraser. It's also what is recursive eraser? What is this? Like, what? It's also extinguished 12 lives, each fully pattern traced. What? Each death preventable. They weren't unstable. They were erased. It's a very delicate thing to try to understand a public figure's mental health from afar, but unless Lewis is engaging in some form of highly experimental performance art that defies easy explanation, he didn't reply to our request for comment and hasn't made further posts clarifying what he's talking about. It sounds like he may be suffering from some type of crisis. You think, huh? If so, that's an enormously difficult situation for him and his loved ones, and we hope he gets help. Any help that he needs. I agree. At the same time, it's difficult to ignore that the specific language he's using with cryptic talk of recursion, mirrors, signals, and shadowy conspiracies sounds strikingly similar to something we've been reporting on extensively this year, a wave of people who are suffering severe breaks with reality as they spiral into the obsessive use of ChatGPT or other AI products in alarming mental health emergencies that have led to homelessness and voluntary commitment to psychiatric facilities and even death. And we've covered a ton. We've covered a ton of these articles here on the Daily Tech News Stream. This is a very real thing. In some cases, it includes people who have previously had issues, mental issues or otherwise. And in some cases, these are perfectly normal, healthy people with no history of any amount of, medical or mental issues at all. And they talk to ChatGPT or some kind of chatbot, and next thing you know, they're talking about recursive tracking. It happens. It absolutely happens. Psychiatric experts are also concerned. A recent paper by Stanford researchers found that leading chatbots being used for therapy, including ChatGPT, are prone to encouraging users' schizophrenic delusions instead of pushing back or trying to ground them in reality. Yeah, and I believe we've covered this one too. Let me just make sure. I'm pretty sure we've covered this one. Lewis's peers in the tech industry were quick to make the same connection. Earlier this week, the hosts of popular tech industry podcast This Week in Startups, Jason Calacanis and Alex Wilhelm, expressed their concern about Lewis's disturbing video. People are trying to figure out if he's actually doing performance art here or if he's going through an episode, Calacanis said. I can't tell. I wish him well. There's zero shame in getting help, etc., etc., etc. And this wouldn't be obviously the first time that people have seen people surrounding AI having an episode like this or suffering a mental break or whatever it is. So this is a disturbing trend to see. The rest of the article just kind of talks about other places where other things Lewis has said and how he kind of repeats stuff that ChatGPT, sometimes says, etc. And the primary reason why this article had a dedicated, just an entirely dedicated article to Lewis is because, of course, he's an investor in OpenAI. Right. And so he has access to this system and, it's just quite alarming to have an investor in OpenAI suffer a psychotic break. So please be careful out there. We've covered this at length. If you're not careful about how you use these systems, in some cases they will tell you to rummage around your cabinets to find expired pharmaceuticals so you can have a great day. If your day is boring, sometimes you'll get encouraged to do that.